Hey, what's going on, guys? Excited for today's video. I recently came across an ETF that, I've been waiting for a fund manager to kind of implement this strategy to offer to investors. And what it is implementing the WEEL strategy. So it looks like the fund manager is named Peerless, but the ticker symbol we're looking at is WEEL. Pretty new. Not sure exactly what the inception date was. I'll look to see if that's available here on Morningstar. Expense ratio at 1.07, so a little bit higher than some of the other ones. Assets under management only 6.1 million. I imagine that will grow as this fund begins to get more popularity. But yeah, look at the holdings here. Not sure how up to date this is. It looks like as of August 21st, but I imagine these will continuously change. So the first three holdings are treasury bills. That's pretty common with some of these option ETFs. The next one is the iShares Russell 2000 ETF. I believe that is ticker symbol IWM, but don't quote me on that. Then obviously the next one is Invesco's QQQ Trust. I imagine, once again, that's also QQQ. Then Spider S&P 500 Regional Banking ETF. I imagine that's probably similar to like XLF maybe. Spider's Select. Not sure about that one. I haven't really ever looked at that ETF before. Then the next one is the semiconductor ETF. I think that one's like SMH. Then they have a China Internet ETF. Then they have a oil services. And then they have deposits with broker for short positions. So that's pretty interesting. So those are some of the different shares or ETFs that they have currently. Looks like they're all ETFs. There's no individual stocks. So a little bit more diverse per se. So the strategy of this fund obviously is the WEEL. If you're not familiar with that strategy is, typically it involves selling a cash secured put until you get assigned, and then you'll be assigned 100 shares, and then you'll turn around and start selling calls above your basis until those shares get called away. This fund is actively managed ETF that seeks current income. The fund's strategy consists of two main components. Firstly, investing in a range of sector-specific ETFs, and in some instances, individual securities. And secondly, implementing an option WEEL strategy. So that's really cool. So this is something I've actually considered doing, myself with the Spider sector ETFs. So like XLK, XLF, XLY, and so on. I have thought about doing something like that in the future as well. This fund is non-diversified. Okay, it looks like that is all for that section. So the chart, obviously not much data here. It's a pretty new fund. So not going to really care about looking at the chart. Fund analysis, yeah. So there's no data yet with it being a brand new fund. That's probably expected. Performance looks like it is positive. Underperforming the market a little bit so far, but yep. Yeah, so I'm not sure what else we're going to be able to really see from this fund. So obviously 100% or 90% equity, 10% cash there. So this is pretty interesting. The different sectors that they have: consumer, financial, real estate, communication services, energy, industrials, technology. This is interesting. Kind of looks like the S&P 500. Don't quote me on that either, but I do see that the tech is the biggest allocation there. But yeah, pretty interesting there, to say at least. 20 holdings. So here are some more in depth positions. Wow. So it looks like they're selling weekly options. SMH, they sold a put. QQQ, they sold a put. IWM, they sold a put. XLI is the industrials and the communications. Wow. So this is really cool. So it's going to show us all the different options they have. ARKK, they sold a put on ARKK. That's pretty cool. If you like that fund, obviously do your own research with that. That's good old Kathy Wood's ARCS Innovation Fund. and then IWM call. So really, really cool here. They're doing a lot of different sectors, like I mentioned, and it's showing you all the positions they have. So I think this fund is going to be, I think it's going to blow up as more people learn about it. Let's backspace a little bit here and see if we can actually go to their company website. Here we go. So Peerless Option Income Wheel. They have a nice gift there. That's pretty cool. The first ever ETF that offers turnkey access to the popular option wheel investment. So really cool. I'm really excited about this. You know, as we mentioned earlier, it's actively managed, pending a combination of secured put writing and covered call writing. The investment objective of WEEL is to generate equity-like returns over the long term through income generation with less overall volatility than major equity indexes. Yeah, so I'm pretty pumped for this one, guys, if you can't tell. Cool. Yeah, so definitely go check out their website. Really cool here. More in depth, you know, from my little overview. But so WEEL is built to outperform both the typical equity index and the bond index. Yeah, so there's some really cool data in here they're displaying. Awesome. Very cool. Okay, so here we go. The inception date was actually back in May. I don't know how I haven't came across it since then, but looks like it's paying a 3% 30-day yield, so 30-some% per year. NAV's currently at $20.46. Cool. Yeah, so not a lot of data yet, but you know, as we mentioned earlier, you know, as we go along a little bit further, you know, we'll start to understand this this fund a little bit more. So it's now available in Charles Schwab, Robinhood, SoFi, E-Trade, TD Ameritrade, Fidelity, Vanguard, and some of these other big ones. So very cool. Very cool. Okay. All right, guys. So I think that's going to probably be, you know, the rundown of today's video. Once again, we wanted to talk about this new innovative fund. It, according to their website, is the first ever ETF that has entered the New York Stock Exchange that is implementing this WEEL strategy. So, you know, I imagine this fund is just going to take off. So definitely go check it out. Do your own research. This is not financial advice. But yeah, go check it out. Let me know what you guys think down below. Is this a fund you're interested in? You know, ticker symbol WEEL. I imagine they're just going to pay monthly. That seems to be the more popular distribution schedule for some of these option funds. You know, I know Roundhill is getting ready to disrupt the market a good bit with their weekly payouts. But yeah, let's see how things shake out with this fund. I'm really excited. It's something that I'm definitely going to continue to do some research on, and just maybe, you know, start allocating some funds to build out this position. But yeah, guys, hope this provided some value. If you're still here and not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. It helps us out a lot. And like this video, comment down below. I appreciate any type of feedback. It's very, very appreciative from my point of view to get some feedback from you guys, and definitely to get your insights on things as well. So that's it for today's video, guys. Please, thanks again for sticking around this long if you're still here, and like the video down below.